Deepak Chopra. What a gift to have you. It is good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. You're right. Emotions can compromise your immune system, but emotions can also enhance your immune system. There are three levels of turbulence right now amongst our population. First is fear, and fear can be embraced. It should be embraced, in fact, and you feel the fear in your body. That's one way to embrace it. You disconnect the sensations in your body from the thoughts in your mind. But if you don't control fear, it leads to stress. Chronic stress, is very dangerous because it compromises the immune system. It raises your blood pressure, adrenaline levels, cortisol, which weakens the immune system. And if stress is not managed, it leads to panic, which leads to irrational behavior, a lot of which we are seeing right now. And then the cycle perpetuates. And we are compromising our immune systems with unprovoked, or should I say, unmanaged stress.
We can call that cycle the toilet paper cycle, because that's what we saw people run out to do. But now here's the response for you to deal with.
Or we call it the chloroquine cycle as well. A lot of people will rush now to look for chloroquine because,
because of what the president said, but we have to let the doctors use it because they're the ones who are going to need it and figure out who it's right for. So people will hear this, and based on what I'm getting so much every day, they'll say this: Deepak Chopra, love you, love the books, love the glasses, but there is a virus hunting me like a savage, and I don't know what to do. I'm going to get it. Everybody's getting it. Society's shutting down. This is totally real. It's not in my head, and there's nothing I can do. How do I not lose it?
So here's two things. Follow everything that has been suggested: social isolation, not isolation, social distancing, physical social distancing, all the hygienic measures, washing hands, everything. That will mitigate the risk of both mortality and morbidity, which is right now around 1%. Now, having said that, it is also important to practice mental hygiene. Mental hygiene means that you have the ability to slow your mind down, to quieten your mind down. One of the ways there are innumerable ways to do it, but one of the ways you can do it, even right now, as people who are watching us, if they inhale to the count of 6, pause to the count of 2, exhale to the count of 4, they will slow down their breathing by about half, from 14 to 8. And you can watch your heart rate also go down at the same time. And when your heart rate goes down, your breathing slows down, your thoughts settle down, and what happens in your body immediately is self-regulation, homeostasis, and a decrease in inflammation.
What do we do when we're home, Deepak?
Sorry?
So we're home. We're going to be home a lot. You don't have to be alone when you're isolated. But what are ideas for people to use this time in a way that isn't just them thinking about the worst? How can you use this time?
Yeah, and remember that emotions do not respect boundaries, and even physical boundaries. The internet is spreading emotions like a contagion. We have a pandemic of anxiety, fear, stress, and what I'm doing every day is offering meditations on social media. I've created a website for people to help each other. It's called neveralone.love. There are many other things we are doing collectively to help people give each other attention, which means deep listening, affection, let them know that you care for them, appreciation, notice the good qualities and strengths they have, complement their strengths, and acceptance of the present situation. Having said that, employ every possible technique to quieten the mind, not positive thinking, which can be fake. And a positive mind can be a turbulent mind, but a quiet mind is a healing mind. And that there are many ways to do that through mindful awareness of observing your thoughts, your emotions, sensations in your body, the images in your consciousness. Sensations, perceptions, images, feelings, thoughts are all entangled as bodily sensations. So feel your body. silence your mind by focusing on your breath or repeating a mantra or saying a prayer. There is no substitute for quieting the mind and encouraging each other in these best practices for what can only be called mental hygiene. We need to practice mental hygiene right now as well as physical hygiene, because the body-mind are not separate things. Whatever happens in the mind is reflected in the body. Whatever happens in the body is reflected in the mind, and whatever happens in our social media right now is also the collective mind and the collective brain. So, we can start setting each other dopamine hits or serotonin hits or opiate hits or whatever you call, through emoticons, and by just telling each other we are there for them. And even for the elderly, we should be there for them through technology, and we can also provide help through technology, including financial help, food services, and many other services. And all this is being galvanized, not necessarily by the government or by industry, but by people across the board, all over the country. I'm engaged with them, and I know what's happening. There are a lot of people doing amazingly heroic things to help each other calm down, reassure each other that this too shall pass.
We fight all the time on this show for people to recognize that mental health and mental illness is every bit as real as physical illness and should be treated with that kind of respect instead of just crazy versus having cancer or diabetes. But no matter what you have with mental health, it's always, crazy and disparaged. This is a lesson. There are many people in this country right now who are learning that the mind and your emotions can mess with you every bit as much as any kind of virus. Deepak Chopra, of course, I am a big fan, and I appreciate everything you have to say, and I hope people go to the website and check it out.
Thank you, Chris.